Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to my channel, 9 Year Millionaire. In this video, I'm going to be telling you guys about 5 things that I wish I knew when I first started investing. I started investing probably, I want to say, a year and a half ago, and I started with penny stocks, which was obviously not the right thing to do. And then I kind of transitioned out of that, and now I'm kind of figuring out how things work, and I'm just kind of studying the markets a lot and absorbing a lot of different information. So even though I may not be like in my 30s or in my 40s or have like a finance degree, I feel like I still have experience that's very valuable because I've taken away things from every investment that I've made. Um, so yeah, let's just get right into it. The first thing is to completely remove emotion from any investment that you're making. And what I mean by that is, I'll give a perfect example here. I was invested in Cloudflare at I think $36 a share. It's probably at the time of me filming this, I think it's like a 58. Just had a huge day. It went up like 20% in one day. And initially, when I did my due diligence on this company back in the summer, I was like, you know what, this is a great investment. This is going to be a great investment. I know it's going to give me solid returns. I can either pull out when it gives me solid returns and go into something new, or I can just hold on to it because odds are you hold on to Cloudflare for a long time, it will probably be somewhere very good in the future. Um, obviously it's not guaranteed. So if you just wanted to take your profit, you could take your profit. But the price action consolidated for a majority of the summer. I pretty much bought it at 36 and it was going up to 43, 36. It was just kind of bouncing around. And I was like, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna sell this. It's not really moving the way I want it to. There's other stocks that are moving. Pretty much, I'm getting FOMO, which is pouring my emotions into my decision making in the market. So what I did was I pulled out a Cloudflare with like a $3 profit, broke even. I was like, I'm gonna put this money somewhere else. Turns out Cloudflare is now trading at $57, and a large majority what came for me to sell the stock too was it wasn't moving, so I got impatient. I was like, "Fuck it, I was wrong," and I went on the Yahoo Finance message boards, and I was reading like what they're saying. Listen, don't listen to those Yahoo Finance guys. All right, those guys are the last guys you want to listen to. The people that write in like the conversations. You don't want to like listen to any of those guys' advice. You got to listen to your own advice because they're going to be saying a bunch of different shit. There's going to be bulls on that board. There's going to be bears on that board. It's going to get in your head, and you could pull out of a good decision. Or they could be saying some good shit about it, and then you could get into the stock, and that could have been a bad decision because you were just listening to what they were saying. So it's always important to remove emotion from any trade you're making. I pretty much did the same thing with that Cloudflare situation with Peloton. Peloton's now trading at like what 130. I got in at 62. I sold it way too early. Um, Trying to think of some more examples here. Pretty much whichever way the stock is moving in, if you made a decision and you're confident when you're making your investment, just hold on. It'll probably work out if you did the right due diligence. Do not let emotion get in the way of when you buy or sell. All right. The second thing is understand if you are gambling or investing. This is a very big one that I feel like there's an influx of traders and investors that have come in through Robinhood, and just because I feel like it's 2020, I feel like trading, like I said, I'm inexperienced. What I'm saying, you know, I feel like trading is like more of a trend right now. I feel like it's trending. You know what I mean? Like I feel like there's a lot more stock YouTube channels coming up on the up and up, and I just see a lot more people, even friends that I know, they're talking about trading or thinking about investing. So, with that being said, I feel like a lot of these new traders, including myself until recently, do not really understand the difference of making a good investment or swing trade or gambling. So, say you're watching a stock and it's going up and it's going up, it's going up. You don't do any due diligence. You don't do any technical analysis. You know nothing about the fundamentals about the company. You know nothing about the company pretty much. Absolutely nothing. All you know is its ticker and its price is on the rise. So what do? You buy in. You buy in. Guess what? The next day, it goes up like what? This is just an example. It goes up maybe 3%. So you're like, all right, like, this is good, this is good. Then next day, what does it do? It fucking tanks 10%. And now, for the next 3 months, you're pretty much stuck holding a bag and you want to get the fuck out because there's other shit moving up. And you really don't know if this company is any good or not. And you kind of just got suckered into it. Okay, that's gambling. You're not trading, you're not investing. You're pretty much using the stock market as a casino in that situation. All right? So, advice I would give to not gamble is to do your proper due diligence on stocks. If you're going to swing trade it, it might not hurt to learn technical analysis. Um, that would probably be the best thing to do in that situation. If a stock is really on the rise, you kind of gotta if a stock is like doing these quick little rises quick, you kind of gotta catch it at the right time. And in order to know that you're catching it at the right time, it's kind of tough. I could recommend a book. I would show it to you guys, but I'm using it kind of as a tripod right now. That I'll put the name of the book in the description down below. If you read that book, it kind of gives you like the basics of when to catch these stocks when they're moving up, and it'll kind of, if you read the whole book, you'll kind of get a better understanding, excuse me, of how you know when you're catching it on that wave or how you know if you have missed that wave. So that's number 2. Number 3, do not put all your eggs in one basket. Okay, so pretty much, say you're a small investor. I'm just doing that for the sake of this video because I'm a small retail investor myself. And also I can give an example, my own personal example. In fact, that's what I'll do. So when I first got into trading from penny stocks a few years ago, I don't even know why I got into penny stocks. I like saw the ticker for HEMP, hemp, and I was like drawn to it for some reason because I never like saw a stock in my life. So I was like, fuck it, like marijuana, like that's like a cool new trend, right? I'm gonna invest in a penny stock called hemp. So I had like maybe $500 in my Charles Schwab account, and I put all $500 in there. And something happened with like a farm bill or something that week I invested. I just got lucky, and I think I was up maybe $200. And of course I was like, oh my god, like this is like the next Amazon, you know what I mean? Like I'm gonna hold this. Obviously it's not the next Amazon, but my thinking at the time was like, holy shit. So what it do? It tanked within the week. I lost all my money. Not all my money. I probably took like a maybe like a 15% loss on that. But the gist of that story was that I put all my eggs in one basket. So I was stuck then. You got to diversify your portfolio. Maybe that was a bad example. I'm trying to think of a more recent example of where I put all my eggs in one basket. I mean, I don't really do that anymore because I've learned my lesson. But maybe over the spring I did. I just can't fucking think right now. If I think of it, I'll come back to it, I guess. Put all your eggs in one basket. Yeah, I don't know. If I come back to an example, but you guys pretty much know what I mean, right? If you have $1,000 in your brokerage account, don't put like even more than. It really depends, but I would stay away from putting a high percentage of that in your portfolio. I can't recommend a certain percentage of what I'd put in out of that 1,000, but try and, space it out. Maybe if you have 1,000 in there, I would put maybe have 5 or 6 investments with a good ETF. Just a recommendation, obviously. And this ties in with number 4, stay away from penny stocks, right? Pretty self-explanatory. So even if it's like this new shiny bright object, guys, like pretty much all penny stocks are pump and dumps, right? Pretty much all of them. There's some that are not. I have yet to come across. Actually, I've stumbled across a few penny stocks that I have in my watch list that have since 2015 kind of been, doing that, like, kind of making progress. I still don't trust it, obviously, because it's a fucking penny stock. I will never invest a penny stock again. Good example I can give for that, besides the hemp, is because I was so drawn to penny stocks, I actually paid money to join a penny stock Discord when I first started getting into investing. And it's some real shady shit now that I really think about it. I didn't really know what I was doing at the time. I bet if I did, I could have been more profitable with it. I mean, most of the time when I did invest in the penny stock, I was up, but I was like so greedy that I just ended up losing a lot of money with it. So, but pretty much you never know which way a penny stock's going to go up or down, and if it comes down, the odds are it's not coming back up for a long time, or maybe if not ever again. So that's why I just don't really touch penny stocks anymore. The last penny stock I got involved with was ticker PWRMF, and they were doing something with like fucking cesium or some shit, and I got in that over the spring. I got in at like 16 cents and I sold it maybe around 30, and then I rebought back in at like 34 and I took like a little loss on it. I was like, fuck this, I'm not doing penny stocks anymore. So number 5, the quicker you fail, the quicker you'll learn. And I feel like I'm living proof of that because I've failed a lot, right? In the stock market. In fact, if you were to take all my investments all time, I am actually deep in the red probably. Um, Keep in mind I am a college student, right? So it's not like I have like, you know, tens of $1,000s or hundreds of thousands or even millions to put in the stock market yet. But I do have some, some money to work with. And if you were to look at my all-time, investments, trades, whatever, I would be red. I have had profitable trades. My most profitable trade was Nikola, which was probably just more of a luck gamble thing, honestly, because I really didn't know what I was doing at the time with Nikola anyway. But I feel like in those months I've learned a lot, so that's why I made this channel, with the goal obviously being to be a millionaire in 9 years, which I think is very doable. But pretty much the quicker you fail, the quicker you will learn. As long as you can learn from your failures, you are making progress. Just understand what went wrong with it and understand what you could have done better with the trade. A good example I can give, besides the ones I've made, the 4 things I've talked about, I had invested in Apple and I had sold Apple for a loss. When does anyone ever sell Apple for a loss, right? So that's something I was like, you know what? I gotta have patience with something like that. If I'm gonna swing trade Apple, I need to have at least some patience with that. First of all, that's the first thing I need to do. And pretty much if you keep selling stocks at a loss, just understand what you're doing wrong. Watch some YouTube videos, read some books, do some research, strive to be better with the investment decisions that you make. And as long as you keep on learning, you will get better. All right, then that's what I plan on doing with this channel. I'll share. I hope this video. I don't even know who's gonna watch this, but I hope it was able to help someone. If you found any positivity out of it, feel free to subscribe or whatever. I'm gonna be uploading more regarding stocks and whatnot. So yeah, I hope to see you guys soon.